Last night just seemed like another Soundgarden show, my 5th time seeing the iconic grunge band live, and 2nd time in Detroit. It's hard to pass up a good rock show at downtown Detroit's Fox Theater, one of the city's architectural gems and a staple in its music history, its stage graced by the likes of Iggy Pop and Prince. But when I woke up this morning, everything had changed. And the sold-out show suddenly took on a different meaning. Cornell, Soundgarden's lead singer, was found dead in his hotel room at MGM Grand Detroit just hours after the group performed at the Fox, with a medical examiner now ruling his death a suicide. Even without the benefit of hindsight from the morning's awful news, it was clear that something wasn't right with the 52-year-old Cornell during the Fox performance. He often staggered back and forth across the stage, and seemed weak in his movements. Just 1 or 2 songs in, it was as if the energy had exited his body, and what was left was a shell of a man scrambling to do his job. It's not that the nearly 2-hour show itself was bad, but it seemed like Cornell wasn't mentally present. He missed words, sometimes in entire blocks, letting the crowd sing the parts of the songs he didn't. Nobody complained, in fact, the audience of about 5,000 seemed to love it. Cornell was visibly agitated at times. He walked off the stage for several minutes before playing "Been Away Too Long," causing the band to start over and leaving them playing instrumentals to fill the gap. When he came back on stage, he made a "move it along" motion with his hand. Bandmate and bassist Ben Shepherd laughed it off, but then Cornell took to the mic to complain that he didn't have a backup guitar. "Been Away Too Long," which was Soundgarden's 2012 comeback single from the album King Animal after a more than decade-long breakup, was played as a strange, bass-heavy rendition that moved in the wrong direction. Then there was Cornell's irritability. His vocals were often lagging, not in sync with the music. At times, he stopped singing completely and gave up for several seconds before catching back on with his bandmates. At the time, I chalked it up to being late in the tour, thinking that his voice might be shot. Maybe he was exhausted. After all, Cornell, who is known for his 4-octave vocal range and having one of the most versatile voices in rock and roll, spends the majority of his time screaming into the mic. Naturally, that will take a toll. Several times throughout the night, he gave brief backstories to songs, regaling the band's work with record label Sub Pop. For My Wave, he emphasized the importance of doing your own thing, as long as you don't harm anyone in the process. But then things took a dark turn before the song began. "You can burn crosses on your lawn, I don't give a profanity. You can burn your house down," he said. "Who cares? I don't. As long as you don't catch someone else's house on fire."